Well, we say hello to you from Aztec Field here in Tucson, Arizona. It's a beautiful day in general, not a cloud in the sky as we get set for some baseball between the number 21 ranked Pima Community College Aztecs and the Yavapai Rough Riders. We'll get you the starting lineups first for the visiting Rough Riders. The batting order is as followed. It's Dalton Irwin with Aukai Arujo Waiau and Carter Brown. The 1-2-3 hitters due up here in the top of the first inning with the 4-5-6 hitters of Derek Kipke, Dong J. Ko, and Carson Halverson. Meanwhile, the 7-8-9 of Terrell Reed, Owen Fernandez, and Lucas Tobin. Pima come in to the year 4-0 after having a clean sweep of the College of Southern Idaho just last weekend. This is the first game of the year for the Yavapai Rough Riders. As for the defensive side of things for the Pima Community College Aztecs in the all-white uniforms and the navy blue caps, it's Hayden Green getting his final warm-up pitches in. He's the starting pitcher for the Aztecs. Matt McDonald catching balls and strikes for the Aztecs. And then the infield from left to right, we go Max Leyva at third base, Ramon Martinez at short, Asiel Guillen at second base, and Jackson Glick over at first base. In the outfield, it's Mike Jones in left, Leon Cereces in center, and Juan Hernandez in right field. Dalton Irwin to lead things off against the right-handed pitcher of Hayden Green, who makes his second start of the year, went 3 2/3 innings against the College of Southern Idaho, allowed just 3 hits, 1 earned run, and struck out 4. First pitch at 1:36 local time is swung on, hit on the ground to second. That one gets through, and the first pitch of the game allows the Rough Riders to get on base for the first time. No messing around from Irwin, who takes the first pitch of the game to opposite field. And we'll see how aggressive Yavapai want to be in the early stages with the first base runner as Arujo Waiau steps into the batter's box. First pitch to him is low, ball 1. Yavapai just a season ago went 33-21. Did play against Pima last year right here in Tucson in late or early April. As the 1-0 delivery is popped up, that one could fly over to the right fielder Hernandez, and it does for out number 1. First out of the game goes F9 for Arujo Waiau, and that brings up the 3-hole hitter Carter Brown, the first baseman. Pima won 9-3 and 12-5 in the doubleheader against the Rough Riders last season. Both of these teams are members of the ACC-AC. It's just Yavapai compete at the Division I level of the JUCO ranks, Pima at the Division II level, as this one ends up low. Just recently, though, is when they really separated the Division I programs from the Division II programs. A couple years ago, they actually competed for the same trophy, with the final season resulting in 2 of the Division II programs actually making the final between South Mountain and Pima, with South Mountain coming out on top. That one's inside, make it 2 balls and a strike to Carter Brown. Irwin stands at first. And Green delivers a swing and a miss, just dropped underneath the bat of Carter Brown. Cleanup batter Kipke waits on deck, the catcher this afternoon in a single game. Usually we're treated to some doubleheaders here today. That one has to wait until tomorrow between the two sides. A dive and Irwin's back. Last weekend in the series against the College of Southern Idaho, we thought there was going to be some rain as the 2-2 ends up way outside, make it a full count. But luckily, crisis was averted in terms of rain and things of that nature, and today no danger of any rain coming down on Aztec Field. Wherever you may be tuning in, it's actually a hot day in Tucson as the runner ends up upstairs anyway, and it's 2 runners on for the Rough Riders here in the first. 1 walk, 1 base hit, and that brings up Darren Kipke with 2 on and 1 out. A real opportunity to take the lead for Yavapai as the slider check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. 1 ball, no strikes to start things off against the catcher. A late appeal, but regardless, it's still ball 1. Pima's sweep wasn't an easy one, though, against the College of Southern Idaho, as the 1-0 is a half swing, goes back to the pitcher Green. He kind of fumbles it, but he's able to get the throw off in time to first base. In the meantime, both runners advance into scoring position. Two outs and 2 on for the lefty Dong Jae Ko. Would have been a tough play anyway for Green to be able to turn around and throw to second to try to double up Yavapai. So a good job regardless to get at least 1 out. And now he's 1 out away from getting out of a dangerous spot as the first pitch to Ko is inside ball 1. Beautiful mountains in the background, one of the best backdrops in the entire country that we've got here in Tucson, as this one does find the zone at the knees. A 1-1. And going back to that series against tightly contested series, even though it was a sweep, as Green fires a swing and a miss from Ko. He's 1 strike away from sending us to the bottom of the first. Pima came out on top 5-2, 6-0, 2-1, and 6-3 as the Golden Eagles really put up a fight to try to get their first win of the early season. As the 1-2, a 2 high. We've got deuces wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 on here in the top of the first. Green so far has allowed 1 hit, 1 walk as he looks for his first strikeout and gets it. A swing and a miss. Dong Jae Ko goes down as out number 3 on strike number 3. Pima avoid the crisis and bring their bats up still scoreless here on the Aztec Sports Network. Bottom of the first inning, getting ready to start. Welcome back out to Tucson, Arizona. If you are just joining me, I'm Ryan Sirk. Yavapai almost struck first. They had 2 runners on with 1 out and then got them both over to scoring position with 2 outs. But a fantastic pitch from Hayden Green minimized the damage and got Pima out of the inning with no damage done. So that brings us up to the bottom of the first. And the Pima Community College Aztecs at the plate for the first time. Leon Cerecedes to do the honors against James Rule, the starting pitcher for Yavapai, who fires in low, ball 1. Batting order for Pima, Leon Cerecedes, Matt McDonald, and Jackson Glick, the 1-2-3. With Damian Lorta, Juan Hernandez, and Mike Jones, 4, 5, and 6 in the bottom third of Asiel Guillen, Max Leyva, and Ramon Martinez. Back-to-back pitches out of the zone to Cerecedes. We'll see if James Rule can find the zone this time. Cerecedes is a pretty good hitter for the leadoff spot. He does have some pop as he takes strike 1. Defense for Yavapai. James Rule, as we talked about, and manning the mound for the Rough Riders. His battery partner and Derek Kipke can't corral that one. That ends up low. 3 balls and 1 strike. The infield, though, Aukai Arujo Waiau at third base with Terrell Reed at shortstop, Dalton Irvin at second base, and Carter Brown over at first. Into the outfield quickly, Dong J. Ko in left, Carson Halverson in center, and Lucas Tobin in right. As the 3-1 splits the zone, 3 balls and 2 strikes. It's a full count for the leadoff batter, Cerecedes. The payoff pitch is chopped foul. If Cerecedes does get out, he'll at least have to make James Rule earn it. Throwing a lot of pitches, which was the complete opposite of what we saw the first batter that Yavapai brought up to the plate, Dalton Irwin. His first pitch he saw, the first pitch of the game, was hit on the ground for a base knock as the 3-2 pitch is hit out to left. That one carries all the way foul. Again, Pima in the home whites, Yavapai in the gray uniforms with Yavapai across the chest, and green numbers with yellow trim across the back. 3-2. Cerecedes swings, chops this one back up the middle. Irwin's got it, though, and he fires over to first in time for out number 1. Still a pretty successful at-bat for Cerecedes. Saw 8 total pitches, but he is retired as the first out of the inning, and it is the catcher, Matt McDonald, who actually came in relief of Cooper Kruk, who was the starting catcher against CSI on Sunday. Suffered what looked like an injury. McDonald gets the start here today as well, with the first pitch almost to the backstop, ball 1. We talked about McDonald on Sunday, that for a catcher does possess quite a bit of speed. Can play in the outfield as the 1-0 is hit on the ground to first. Brown's got it, and 3 unassisted for the second out of the bottom of the first inning.
First baseman, number 31.
A couple of ground outs induced by the starting pitcher, Rule. But this is the guy that does like to go for fly balls. Jackson Glick has light tower power. And the infield shift is on for the pull hitter and the lefty Glick, who looks at a pitch low, ball 1. One of the top 3 players in this Pima lineup from a year ago in terms of RBIs and home runs, but the number 1 guy for returning players for the Aztecs as he takes a pitch inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Played mostly as the DH a season ago, but now slots in at first base to replace Nolan Ganter, who is one of the guys that actually was in the top 3 as well in home runs and RBIs, and Glick takes 3 straight out of the zone. Rule looking for a 1-2-3 inning, but in danger of allowing the first base runner of the game for Pima as Glick was taking the entire way and see strike one. Rule deals again and splits the zone again. Back to a full count. Glick, after being in front 3-0, took two straight. Was looking for a specific pitch, didn't see it as the payoff pitch is hit on the ground through the gap, and the shift does not pay off for Yavapai as Glick goes the opposite way. And a ground ball base hit for Jackson. Glick continues the inning with Damian Lorta, the DH, coming up to the plate. First hit of the game for Pima comes off the bat of Jackson Glick. Pima does like to be aggressive with 2 outs. We'll see if Glick goes in motion, and he will go in motion as this one goes all the way to the backstop. A Glick on the pass ball, or the wild pitch, advances into scoring position with 2 outs, and a base hit should bring him home. So a wild pitch issued to James Rule will put Glick at second base. And the 1-0 pitch to Lorta is outside, 2-0. Should the inning continue, it's Juan Hernandez who's in the circle at the moment, warming up. As the 2-0 is outside, 3-0. So back-to-back batters. That Rule has fallen behind 3-0. After getting 2 quick outs, he struggled with the 3 and 4 hitters, but he does not find the zone this time. Make it a 4-pitch walk to Lorta. That one looked good from here. But the inning continues with 2 runners on, and Hernandez at the plate. Similar situation for Hernandez. A base hit should score Glick from second. And this one goes all the way to the backstop again, so both runners will be in scoring position with 2 outs. Kipke couldn't hang on. It allows both runners to advance 90 feet, and a base hit should score both now. For Hernandez, number 5 batting in the number 5 spot. Can break the deadlock early. Rule deals. Check swing. They'll say strike called anyway. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wind really not a factor. It's a cool breeze every once in a while, but the American flag down the left field line not blowing. As this one is ripped out to left field. That one gets down. Glick scores. Lorta being waved around third. He's racing towards home. He'll score as well. It's a 2-run single from Juan Hernandez, and Pima lead 2-0.
Fielder number 14, Mike Joe.
Hernandez barreled that one up and just evaded the shortstop. Reed got over his head. Runners were running on contact, so an easy no slide for either Glick nor Lorta. And the inning continues with Mike Jones at the plate, who takes outside, ball 1. Hernandez, the right fielder, at first. Jones, the left fielder, at the dish as he takes strike 1. We mentioned how aggressive the Aztecs can be, and with a speedy right fielder, Hernandez, at first, could look to get him into scoring position as Rule deals a a ground ball. And the second time that Carter Brown goes 3 unassisted to end the inning. But not before the Aztecs scored twice thanks to a 2-run single from Hernandez and puts Pima up 2-0 as we go to the top of the second inning next on the Aztec Sports Network.
Automotive is more than just a place to buy a car. Our commitment goes beyond the showroom floor. We're dedicated to giving back to the community that has embraced us. From supporting local schools to participating in neighborhood cleanups, we're invested in making Tucson better for everyone. Because without the community around us, without you, we wouldn't be here. Thank you for supporting us all these years. Chapman Automotive.
Well, usually at the end of the game, we'll look back at the 2-out hitting, and that's the difference so far here in the top of the second inning. Yavapai had 2 on and 2 out, couldn't scratch home a runner. Pima, on the other hand, had 2 on and 2 out, and they got an RBI or 2 RBI single from Juan Hernandez, which is the difference at the moment. 6-7-8-2 up for Yavapai. Carson Halverson doing the honors of leading things off, the center fielder against Hayden Green, who walked 1 and allowed 1 hit, but did strike out the final batter of the inning to not allow anyone to come across for Yavapai, as that curveball didn't curve enough, maybe slipped out of his hands, make it 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 hits the helmet of Halverson. He seems to be all right. He'll jog his way down the first base line and take first base. It's always scary when a batter gets hit, even more so when it's near the head. Good thing he's wearing a helmet. He seems to be okay, though, as Terrell Reed steps into the batter's box with another leadoff base runner for Yavapai. First pitch of the game for the Rough Riders was a base hit from Dalton Irwin, the only hit so far for Yavapai, as they are just checking on Halverson. As Becky Fajardo, the athletic trainer for Pima, comes out, making sure he is indeed okay to continue. All thumbs up all the way around. So things will continue with Halverson at first and Terrell Reed at the dish. First pitch to Reed is low. Green did walk 2 batters against the College of Southern Idaho. So far, only be credited with 1 walk, although he did just hit. Halverson does get a swing and a miss this time from Reed, evens the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. And we do have the chat available to you if you want to interact with me or your fellow fans on the Aztec Sports Network. Feel free to do so. All I ask is that you are respectful to both sides, whether you're rooting for Yavapai or rooting for Pima. 1 ball and 2 strikes after clipping the inside part of the plate did Green. And he looks for his second strikeout in as many innings. And gets it. A swing and a miss. Down goes Terrell Reed. That's how you bounce back after hitting a batter. You go right after the next one and get him out on strikes. Both strikeouts here this afternoon have been via the K, or via the swing and miss, I should say. And the first pitch to the DH, Fernandez, is outside, ball one. The 1-0, swing and miss. Hefty cut from the DH. He'll look to tie the game with one swing of the bat. One ball, one strike, one out here in the top of the second. Pima leads 2-0, and a nice curveball clips the outside edge. Green mixing and matching not only the pitches but also the location after allowing the hit by pitch. That one swung on, lasered out to right. That drops just in front of Hernandez, and it's two runners on with one out. Similar situation to what we saw in the top of the first. Can Yavapai scratch one home this time around? And it is actually the exact same situation. There's a runner at second and a runner at first with one out. And it's the 9-hole hitter, Lucas Tobin, the right fielder. The two hits today for Yavapai have both gone to right field. One on the ground ball, that one a liner. And a check swing strike called anyway to Tobin to start things off his at-bat. And a warning issued to Hayden Green as he didn't lock eyes with the batter. Things stay at no balls and a strike. And Hayden Green checks the runners and deals. A swing and a foul tip. Runner looked back by McDonald. Fernandez was a little bit off the bag. McDonald elected not to throw. Regardless, it's no balls and two strikes to Tobin. Green deals again. Just missed strike three called. It was too high, says the home plate umpire. McDonald did a good job framing that for the fans behind home plate, myself included. Green looks for his second strikeout of the inning. The 1-2. Low. Good job, McDonald, keeping that one in front of him. Two-two offering from Green is hit out to left. Should hang up enough for Jones, who ranges over in foul territory, makes the grab for two outs. Tobin flies out to left, and that flips the lineup over. So Dalton Irwin, who's 1 for 1 today, steps up to the plate. Should he have a carbon copy of his first at-bat, it should score the opening run of the game for Yavapai, as the first pitch to him is a curveball on the outside edge, strike one. Halverson sits or stands at second base. Owen Fernandez off the bag at first. The 0-1 is popped straight up. That one's going to carry towards the fans as everyone scatters, but it stays in the park. And Matt McDonald makes the grab for out number 3. You never know where that baseball is going to end up. Got lost in the sun, but McDonald was able to find it and sends us to the bottom of the second inning. Still, Pima lead 2-0 as they maneuver out of some tough waters once again on the Aztec Sports Network.
We'll move it to clear.
Testing out his skills in robotics, Alex Phillips is a little envious he wasn't able to learn his trade at Pima Community College's new advanced manufacturing facility.
This is sort of what I would imagine the sort of facilities that like MIT has almost.
Phillips, who recently graduated from Pima, is checking out the new state-of-the-art amenities. Advanced equipment will be offered to students who are interested in automated industrial technology, computer-aided design, machining, and welding programs. This Center of Excellence has also impressed the local employers looking to hand-select Pima students to build their technology.
It makes us happy to come together with our students to show that manufacturing in this next century is a bright new future.
Phillips is so impressed that he wants to enroll at Pima again.
I'm definitely looking forward to it. It's an incredible facility. I've never seen anything like it before in my life.
For more information, visit the web address on
Bottom of the second inning, we'll start with the bottom of the order. Asiel Guillen, Max Leyva, and Ramon Martinez. The three batters due up here for the Aztecs. And Bill Rainey tuning in from Tempe. Yeah, we appreciate it. Wish you could be here with us as well, but if you can't, that's okay. We'll have you on here on the Aztec Sports Network as the first pitch of the inning is in there for a strike off the hand of James Rule. Still time to make it. Bill, if you want to, we've saved a spot for you to sit here in the bleachers with us. It is a tough timing, work-wise, right in the middle of the work week, or the work day, I should say, as they count doubles to 0-2, and Rule with 3 straight pitches missed on the third one. Just missed the inside edge. Good eye from Guillen, the second baseman for Pima this afternoon. Swing and a miss. A slider might have set him up with that earlier pitch. Regardless, it's strike 3 on the outside, or on the swing and a miss. First out of the inning via the K. That was a tough at-bat as James Rule really attacked Guillen inside, outside, and got him to swing and miss. But the first pitch to Leyva is low. It bounced to the plate. 1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0, same result. Bounced across home plate. 2 balls and no strikes. Bottom of the second inning, Pima up 2-0. Make it 3 balls and no strikes. It's part of the busy season for Pima Athletics, women's basketball, men's basketball. Now they're still in season towards the business stage of their 2025-26 campaign, and their strike 1 called to Leyva. We've also got softball and baseball obviously in action, and track and field. Now they have a meet tomorrow. The fun fact for you is all 5 of those teams are ranked in the top 25 as Leyva takes ball 4, tosses the bat, and takes first base. A 1-out base runner for the 9-hole hitter, Ramon Martinez.
Shortstop, number 6, Ramon Martinez.
And we've got the home games for baseball, softball, and men and women's basketball on the Aztec Sports Network. Like we said, we would prefer you come out in person, but if you can't, that's totally fine. Now 1 up and in, 1 ball, no strike to Martinez. And after some wild pitches after striking out the first batter of the inning, just a bit of a conversation between Kipke and Rule. I've always been interested to know what exactly is said both in mound visits and when the catcher and the pitcher talk with each other on the mound. Leyva at third base, or the third baseman at first base, I should say. He'll run on a wild pitch and advance into scoring position with one out. 2 balls and no strikes. We're seeing a different kind of James Rule after what looked like a masterful first batter he faced, Vasil Guillen. Now finds the strike zone. It didn't look in command against Max Leyva, and he's looking to find that form that he had to start off the frame. That was his first strikeout of the ball game, and he's now behind 3-1 once more. And we might be the only college in the U.S. playing right now, as Martinez is hit by the pitch. He'll toss the bat and take first base. If you're going to walk a guy, I guess ball 4 can be inside. Really made Martinez earn that one, as he'll wear it at first. And that could cause some problems for Yavapai as the lineup flips over with 2 runners on and Leon Cereces at the dish. It was an 8-pitch at bat before Cereces grounded out to second. As Rule starts things off with ball 1. Leyva could score on a base hit. It'll all depend on where exactly it lands, but Pima content with watching these pitches fly outside the strike zone. McDonald on deck, barring an inning-ending double play. And the 2-0 from Rule is way upstairs, 3 balls and no strikes. And at the moment, nobody warming up in the pen for Yavapai. We'll let you know if that changes. In danger of really walking 3 straight. Cereces did have a 3-0 count to start off the game, and he'll take 4 straight out of the zone. It's bases juiced for Matt McDonald. And that does bring a conversation out of the bullpen, or out of the dugout, I should say, as everyone on the infield will also have a conversation with James Rule. Defense hasn't had any mistakes for Yavapai. The balls that have been put in play, the defense has done its job. The Pima Aztecs only have a pair of hits today. Most of the base runners they've accrued have been via the base on balls or the hit by pitch, and all 3 in this inning have been that way. McDonald looks to unload the bases with 1 swing of the bat. Dangerous spot here for Yavapai. They can really fall out of reach. But Rule is given the vote of confidence, and he'll stay out there to maneuver his way out of the toughest situation of the game so far. Leyva at third, Martinez at second, Cereces at first. The catcher, Matt McDonald, at the plate. Nowhere to put him. Rule deals strike 1. Exactly what Yavapai would have wanted after the mound visit. Just settle down the nerves and at least make Pima earn the run should they get him. The 0-1. Swing and a miss from McDonald, 0-2. Things don't get any easier, though. Jackson Glick waits on deck. Rule 0-2 is fouled off into the softball field. That sits about 50 feet from the baseball field. And the 0-2, low, good eye from McDonald. That cool breeze that was keeping us a little cool has since disappeared. It's a hot day now in Tucson as McDonald pushes that one into the outfield. That drops down just fair down the left field line. 1 run scores. Martinez touches home plate as well. It's a 2-run double for Matt McDonald. He just managed to find fair ground down the left field line, and he doubles the Aztec lead, make it 4-0 Pima.
First baseman, number 31, Jackson Glick.
And like we talked about, it's not much easier with Jackson Glick at the dish. McDonald now stands at second. Ceresides at third. At the very least, Glick hoping to score Ceresides as he swings at the first pitch, flies one out to center. That should be deep enough to score the speedy Ceresides, who does run home. Also tagging McDonald, who slides in safely to third. A productive out number 2 from Jackson Glick, who sacrifices himself for the 5th Pima run, make it 5-0 Aztecs.
Designated hitter, number 34, Damian Lorta.
Lorta walked on 4 pitches his first time up. And he swings at the first pitch and flies it way foul down the left field line. Now the 0-1, way upstairs. Good job from Kipke keeping that one close because McDonald was ready to come home. Lorta will need a base hit to bring McDonald home. Instead, he swings and misses at strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner at third. Pima lead by a handful thanks to a 2-run double from McDonald and a sacrifice fly from Glick, as this one does get away from the catcher Kipke, but he kept it just close enough to keep McDonald 90 feet away. Twos across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Rule 1 strike away from getting out of a tough inning, to say the least. Now the 2-2. Lorta fouls it off. Stays alive, keeps the inning alive. And should it continue, it's back to Juan Hernandez, who scored 2 runs in the bottom of the first inning. Rule on the rubber deals. Low, 3-2. Lorta's done a fantastic job today, swinging at pitches in the zone and keeping his eye and the bat off on the ones outside. First base open as the payoff pitch is sent right back up to center. It gets through. An RBI single from Lorta. Matt McDonald touches home plate. Make it 6-0 Pima. 6 unanswered to start this game off, and it's back to Juan Hernandez, who, as we talked about, drove home 2 with a 2-run single in the bottom of the first. One for one today, and takes one way outside, and Lorta advances to second on the wild pitch. And there has been some warming in the bullpen for Yavapai. Likely the final inning for Rule, should he get out of it. The 1-0 is in there, 1-1. Six nothing, thanks to 4 runs in this frame for the Aztecs. As the 1-1 fouled off from Hernandez, it goes to the tennis courts, 200 feet away from the baseball field. Rule again, 1 strike away from sending us to the 3rd. Hard hit over to short, collected off the 1-hop by Reed. He fires across in time for out number 3. Not before Pima score 4 and take a 6-0 lead headed to the top of the 3rd inning. You're listening to Pima Baseball on the Aztec Sports Network.
Chuck Wagon here, and football's hard. But finding your next vehicle at Chapman Automotive is easy. We've got 7 brands across 9 locations and hundreds of vehicles to choose from. Chapman Automotive. Come visit us today or check us out online at ChapmanTucson.com. Want to chill right here for a second.
We'll see what Yavapai can do now, and it can really allow Hayden Green to attack the hitters because there's no danger of really losing this lead just yet. One swing of the bat's not going to kill you. We'll see if Yavapai can stack on some base runners to keep this one close as Green misses with a first pitch in the top of the 3rd inning to Aukai Arujo Waiau. And Green misses again, so he's not really attacking the hitters, at least to start. Defense for Pima in the College of Southern Idaho series was pretty good. So we've got to allow that defense to work behind him. As the check swing does make contact with the baseball, make it 2 balls and a strike. Ripped out to left field. That one doesn't stay fair. Just missed. Now they say football's a game of inches. Well, baseball, a game of centimeters. That one was extremely close down the left field line. Instead of extra bases, it's 2 balls and 2 strikes for Aukai Arujo Waiau. Two balls, 2 strikes. Green has had a strikeout in every inning so far. Just missed low and away. Full count. McDonald has done a great job framing. Looked really close to finding the zone as Green deals a swing and a foul tip. Make it a strikeout as McDonald does make contact with the bat. It is strike 3 and out number 1. And another strikeout for Hayden Green. It was a foul tip, but McDonald held on to it. Wasn't sure, at least at first. Here in the top of the third inning, 6-0 Pima. As Carter Brown takes outside. Three strikeouts for Green. But Brown was the lone walk that Hayden Green has allowed, as this one is fouled off. And wherever you may be tuning in from, whether you're tuning in here from Tucson or Prescott or anywhere around the world, we appreciate having you on the Aztec Sports Network. Without you, there'd be no broadcast, and without a broadcast, I'd be unemployed. So thank you for tuning in along with me, as this one is a swing and a miss, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Green finding a rhythm, attacking the hitters, but he doesn't want to just lay one out there for Brown to crush. He has been working the corners well, missed a couple, and this, we won't get a pitch. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes thanks to the pitch clock violation. The 2-2. Check swing, yes swing, says the home plate umpire. McDonald dropped it, but he fires on to first in time. And it's back-to-back Ks to start off the top of the third for Hayden Green. Exactly what Green was told to do, I'm sure, out of the dugout, was attack the hitters and make sure nothing gets on the base pads and bring the hot bats of Pima back up to the dish. Make it a quick 1-2-3 inning would be fantastic for Green, who fires in a curveball, strike 1. The 1-1 is outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, this one's slated for a 9-inning game. Tomorrow's doubleheader will be 1 7-inning game and 1 9-inning game between these two sides. And the 2-1, low, 3 balls and 1 strike. So after back-to-back Ks, Hayden Green in danger of allowing a base runner here in the third. Chopped foul. Still a chance for Hayden Green to strike out the side. Last start, 4 strikeouts so far today. He's got 4. Only went 3 2/3 innings last weekend. The 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 called, and Hayden Green does strike out the side. 5 strikeouts today for the starting pitcher. He sends us to the bottom of the third when we come back on the Aztec Sports Network.
6, 7, 8 hitters coming up for the Aztecs.
Now we're going to switch it over here to Tower. Holding short 2-3, ready for departure. Okay, ready for takeoff.
She's the world's first armless pilot, and now Pima Community College graduate Jessica Cox aims to make her unusual feat an everyday practice for others like her. No pun intended.
I have had a drive since the day I was born. I've always been the type that if someone says you can't, well, I will say, watch me, I can.
Level out.
This is wonderful.
Jessica, who can only fly an air coupe from the 1940s with her feet up high, has a new rig called the Impossible Airplane. And she's looking to Pima's aviation technology program.
Where are you in this whole thing? Like, what's your vision?
To help it come to life.
You can kind of see some of the mechanisms down here and what we can...
Pima aviation instructor Adrian Snellgrove goes over the plans for this simulated aircraft with Jessica. He'll poll in Pima students to help design something to change the lives of disabled people who could only dream about flying a plane.
We've been having some of the students come and utilize the sheet metal skills that they've been learning in their AVM 105 class to be able to utilize that on an actual structured aircraft.
I think that at minimum, this is going to launch an inclusive design mindset.
What's so fascinating about this prototype is that they're working on accommodating people who don't have any arms. And for Jessica, she prefers to fly with her bare feet.
I've been able to succeed using my feet where hands would go, but not in a very comfortable way. So I have limitations on how long I can fly with my feet up high where hands and arms would go. For one, I could get a Charlie horse, my foot can fall asleep.
With a newly modified plane, Jessica hopes to inspire youngsters to, well, you know, follow in her footsteps.
So we can take children with disabilities in the back seat with their parents. And I could be flying the plane, also with the option of a safety pilot to show that it is possible to fly a plane with a disability.
Bottom of the third inning, getting ready to start. And with that, we have a new pitcher to tell you about. It's Justin Parks out of the bullpen for the Rough Riders, who fires in his first pitch. That's flown out to right field. A diving Lucas Tobin able to make the grab for the first out of the third inning. Parks, a lefty from Gilbert, Arizona. Sophomore for the Yavapai Rough Riders. As Mike Jones flies out to right, it brings up Asiel Guillen. He was the lone strikeout from James Rule. First pitch outside to him this time. The at-bat, though, against Guillen, it was really a pitcher's at-bat. He was in complete control. James Rule, inside, outside, off-speed, fast speed. Everything was at his disposal and got him with a nice slider as Guillen pops this one up. It actually goes towards foul ground, and a grab made for out number 2. That right field is being used quite a bit here in the bottom of the third. Lucas Tobin makes another grab, and it brings up Max Leyva. After a quick top of the third, Yavapai looking to make it a quick bottom of the third as well. And Leyva takes strike one, and Coach Hakami calls time to talk things over with Leyva. There's some warming in the bullpen for the Pima Aztecs. No one for Yavapai. Leyva got the final instructions from Hakami, and we are ready to continue. Coach Hakami, not only the manager for the baseball team, but also the athletic director here at Pima, in charge of all things Pima athletics. Has been all over campus recently because of how busy it's been in terms of the sports teams. Leyva takes a strike at the knees, 0-2. Parks looks for his first strikeout out of the bullpen in a quick and easy, less than 10 pitch inning, as he delivers once more in the dirt. Bounced on top of home plate. First ball of the AB. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and just fouled off. A good job from Leyva to stay alive. Bounced it off the top of home plate off the bat. It can get pretty windy here at Aztec Field, especially as the summer draws closer, because there's not really many mountains near us. The mountains are in the background, so the wind can really pick up and blow across Aztec Field, as Leyva was kind of frozen on that curveball, and Parks gets a swing and a miss. 1-2-3, down go the Aztecs. We head to the fourth, with Pima still in front 6-0 on the Aztec Sports Network.
From kicks and blocks to head bumps and hitting the books, sophomore Gabby Amparano has proven to be an all-academic athlete at Pima Community College.
I just felt super accomplished.
Playing since she was just 4 years old, Gabby is now on the women's soccer team at Pima, all while maintaining a 4.0 GPA.
I'm not surprised, I will say. I knew she was a good student coming in.
I would come home from practices at night and just making sure all my assignments were done.
There are 74 all-academic athletes from 13 different teams. And that is a record for Pima Community College. Pima basketball shooting guard Cooper Jones has also joined the all-academic athlete ranks as the top male player with a high GPA.
All the hard work I put in off the court is paying off, so it's nice.
If you have any questions about academics or tutoring or getting help, ask Cooper.
If it wasn't for you, bro, I would not have passed my classes last year.
Locked you in, baby.
Gabby, Cooper, and their coaches have some advice for players to keep the trend going.
Knowing your priorities and that you're already on top of everything with your scheduling and time management.
And strive as a team to do the best we can in the classroom.
It takes focus and stamina.
My dad always told me to put school first, so it's always at the top of my mind.
Hayden Green's day is done. We have a new pitcher to tell you about for Pima. It's Jose Grijalva, the righty from right here in Tucson. Gets to make an appearance and hopefully for Pima, keep the shutout intact and bring the bats back up to the plate to extend this lead even further for Pima. Leading things off is Dong Jae Ko, Parker Halverson, and Terrell Reed, and the other batters to face against Grijalva. First pitch of the inning is swung on and missed. A heater. Just blew it right by Ko. Strike one. The 0-1 is fouled off. Good job by Grijalva to really get ahead of the first batter he faces in Ko. The 0-2 hit on the ground. That finds the gap between first and second. Guillen dove for it, couldn't get to it. And Dong Jae Ko on base to lead things off in the top of the fourth. It's going to take more of that for Yavapai to come back into this one, as Parker Halverson steps up to the plate. Well, the starting center fielder got hit by a pitch off the helmet his first time up. Was checked on by the medical staff, all that sort of thing, and he was able to continue, got all the way second base before he had to go back to the dugout as the 1-0 is hit right back up to center, gets past Grijalva, and that actually works out well for Pima, although they get one out and then throw the other one away. Parker Halverson advances on the air. And they'll actually call him out. So they'll say, I guess, he interfered with the grab from Glick. So instead of it being a runner at second with one out, there's nobody on and there's 2 outs on the board. Could really use an umpire, Mike. That would be pretty cool. But unlucky for the Yavapai Rough Riders, who would have had an opportunity to score their first run of the ball game. Instead, Grijalva fires in a fantastic curveball for strike one. Terrell Reed then swings at the next one, 0-2. Pima, in all the years, make it this now the third year I've been here, they've really had a fantastic pitching staff, whether it be starters or guys out of the bullpen. They really find the talent and the arm talent. One ball and 2 strikes. Grijalva still waiting for his first K. Won't get it just yet as that one bounces through the glove of McDonald. And we'll try again. Two. Pushes it up to 3-2 after getting ahead. Grijalva 0-2. He's fired 3 straight that weren't really close to the zone and almost just hit the shortstop Reed. Payoff pitch is swung on, hit right back up to middle. That one gets past Martinez and into the outfield for a base hit. The second hit of the inning for Yavapai. And now you will really feel hard done by the umpires if you are a Yavapai fan after the interference call would have nullified a run for Yavapai. Instead, 2 outs and a runner at first as Grijalva fires low and away. Owen Fernandez at the plate, the DH, 1 for 1 today with a single. One ball and 1 strike. One from Grijalva is in there. Went with the speed after the off speed. We'll see what Grijalva has up his sleeve this time. Will he go fast? Will he go slow? Or could he go high or go low? Now the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Grijalva strikes out Fernandez, but some confusion on the base pads as McDonald didn't catch it. A runner went to first. It was Fernandez, but a Reed didn't run to second, so the inning ends regardless. After a wonky bit of a top of the 4th inning, we head to the bottom of the 4th. Still 6-0 Aztecs on the Aztec Sports Network.
Pima Automotive is more than just a place to buy a car. Our commitment goes beyond the showroom floor. We're dedicated to giving back to the community that has embraced us. From supporting local schools to participating in neighborhood cleanups, we're invested in making Tucson better for everyone. Because without the community around us, without you, we wouldn't be here. Thank you for supporting us all these years. Chapman Automotive.
Nine, 1, and 2 due up for Pima. Ramon Martinez will do the honors of leading things off before the lineup flips over. Justin Parks returns for another inning in relief of James Rule. And the manager for Yavapai, Mark McMillan, having some words with the umpires. It was a bit of a crazy top of the fourth inning with some interference, some confusion in the drop third strike for out number 3. We're hoping for a cleaner bottom of the fourth. That'll begin off the hand of Justin Parks. Who finds the zone strike one. He's been able to really pound the zone and do some easy ground balls as well. Has some swings and misses. As he got Max Leyva swinging to end the inning. And Martinez, after getting a hit by pitch his first time up, is behind 0-2. Parks into the windup again. Fouled off. Martinez a little late on the heater, but he gets enough of the bat on it to stay alive. Oh, 0-2. Martinez hits it on the ground to first. Brown says he'll step on the bag, and he does for out number 1. The third time that Carter Brown has done such an action of the 3 unassisted play. Easy as you like. And it's back to the top of the order with the center fielder, Leon Ceresides. Lefty on lefty matchup, and the lefty Parks misses inside. We'll run down the defense again for those just tuning in for Yavapai after this pitch. As Parks steals. Popped up on the infield as will drift into the outfield. Halverson races on. No one can get it. And Ceresides in there with a bloop single. You don't always have to hit it hard. You can hit it where the defense isn't. And Ceresides, a speedy guy at first, could look to swipe a bag with just 1 out, and Matt McDonald at the plate. As promised, we'll run down the defense for Yavapai. Justin Parks, the pitcher, with Derek Kipke catching balls and strikes from left to right in the infield. It's Alkai Arujo Waiau at third. As Ceresides is checked on. Terrell Reed at shortstop. Dalton Irvin at second base. Dalton Irwin and Carter Brown at first base. Dong J. Ko in left field with Parker Halverson in center and Lucas Tobin in right as Parks deals too high. One ball, no strikes to McDonald, who has an easy take that time. 2 balls and no strikes. Sedesides has been caught stealing once this year, but for the most part, there is a reason Pima put him at the top of the order. He can get on with high frequency and he can swipe bags. It is tough against lefties, though, as Sedesides back on the dive. McDonald broke this game wide open. He's 1 for 2 today with a double and 2 RBIs. And Parks in danger of walking his first batter. Sedesides is the first batter Parks has allowed on after retiring 4 straight out of the bullpen. And the 3-0 is way outside and upstairs. A 4-pitch walk issued to McDonald, and it's 2 on with 1 out for Jackson Glick.
First baseman, number 31, Jackson Glick.
Dangerous spot here as Glick takes strike on the outside part of the plate. The lefty-on-lefty matchup, and it's a 31-on-31 matchup. Parks wearing 31, Glick wearing 31. It favors the pitcher, Parks, in these scenarios, after Glick has to limbo out of the way of ball 1. Glick fouls that one straight back. A 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Glick 1 for 1 today with a sac fly. Both runners go. Glick fouls it off. Both runners were likely to be safe had Glick not put the ball in play. But he had to fight it off. Might have clipped the outside edge. Keeps things at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runners stay this time, and Glick fouls off another. Back-to-back curveballs from Justin Parks, trying to get the aggressive Glick out in front, but he's done a good job keeping the bat level and seeing that curveball. Another curveball here. Glick might be able to time up, but expect a fastball. Instead, Sedesides is checked on. The ball goes into the outfield. Good job by Halverson backing up that throw and keeping Sedesides where he's at and scoring position still. Glick sends that one right back up the middle. A opportunity for a double play. Instead, Sedesides is picked off at third, so it is a double play. It goes 6-4-5 double play. Not how you would have drawn it up, but it works nonetheless for Yavapai, who get out of the 4th with no damage done. It's still 6-0 Pima You're listening to Pima Baseball on the Aztec Sports Network.
We'll move it here.
Testing out his skills in robotics, Alex Phillips is a little envious he wasn't able to learn his trade at Pima Community College's new advanced manufacturing facility.
This is sort of what I would imagine the sort of facilities that like MIT has almost.
Phillips, who recently graduated from Pima, is checking out the new state-of-the-art amenities. Advanced equipment will be offered to students who are interested in automated industrial technology, computer-aided design, machining, and welding programs. This Center of Excellence has also impressed the local employers looking to hand-select Pima students to build their technology.
It makes us happy to come together with our students to show that manufacturing in this next century is a bright new future.
Phillips is so impressed that he wants to enroll at Pima again.
I'm definitely looking forward to it. It's an incredible facility. I've never seen anything like it before in my life.
For more information, visit the web address on
Welcome back to Aztec Field here in Tucson, Arizona. It's a beautiful day in the old Pueblo. Not a cloud in the sky. Breeze has been off and on. That's the one thing that we could use a little bit more of. But if you are watching in a cold place around the country or around the world, well, then you'll know we're very spoiled here in Arizona. With the first pitch from Grijalva that swung on and missed. Lucas Tobin, the leadoff batter. It'll go 9-1-2 for the Rough Riders as Grijalva finds the zone. He's working quickly and working effectively to start off the frame. Pima had a chance to score some runs in the bottom of the fourth, but some good heads-up defensive play from Yavapai minimized that on a not-so typical 6-4-5 double play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Grijalva gets a swing and a miss. Tobin down on strikes for the first time today, and Grijalva gets a K to his name.
Back to the top of the order for the Rough Riders. Second baseman, number 28, Dalton Irwin.
Irwin 1 for 2 today with a first pitch of the game single, and then a pop up to the catcher McDonald as that one just blew by his shoulder for ball 1. Irwin sits in, and Grijalva deals outside, says the home plate umpire. Out of all the officials in all the sports, umpire's got to be the worst job. Most difficult job, I'd say. As the 2-0, swing and a miss from Irwin. Just because you have to make a decision every, 15 seconds or so. In all the other sports, you don't have to do that. Umpire in both baseball and softball, it's got to be difficult. Now the 2-1. Inside, ball 3. Pima scored all 6 of their runs in the opening 2 innings. 2 in the first, 4 in the second, as Irwin does get a hold of one, but too early, and it's fouled off. The payoff pitch, hit on the ground, third baseline, foul. Leyva watches it skip past him. The 3-2 from Grijalva is popped up in the infield. Guillen says he's got it, and he does for the second out of the inning. Second pop-up of the day for Irwin. And it brings up Aukai Arujo Waiau. Arujo Waiau 0 for 2 today with a fly out to right and a strikeout. First time he's faced Grijalva, though, who came in relief of the starter, Hayden Green. First pitch inside, ball 1. Second one fouled off towards the Pima dugout. Evens the count up, 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs in the inning after Grijalva got 1 via the strikeout, 1 via the pop-up. And he deals again, curveball, nice one, right on the knees. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The curveballs that look like they're going to hit the batter and then drop into the strike zone have got to be the most difficult ones to hit. As the 1-2 sent right back up to sender, and into the outfield it goes on a 1-hop to Cereces, and the inning continues as Arujo Waiau gets his first hit of the ball game. And with 2 outs, Carter Brown takes ball 1. Next one is barreled up out to deep right center field. That one's going to drift down for a base knock. Runners at the corners with 2 outs after back-to-back base hits. Barreled up from Brown, brings up the cleanup hitter, Derek Kipke.
Number 29, Derek Kipke.
Yavapai have not had much success in terms of 2-out hitting, but with back-to-back base hits, they're looking for a third to finally get their first run of the game. They've had numerous opportunities, but again, that curveball from Grijalva finds the zone. Brown gets his lead from first. Arujo Waiau stands at third after Kipke takes low. The 1-1 hit foul down the third base line. Grijalva 1 strike away from keeping the shutout intact for the Aztecs. It looked like a pretty easy inning for Pima before the back-to-back base hits with 2 outs have complicated things a little bit. But with runners at the corners, strikeout would be his best friend. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Grijalva with his second strikeout of the inning keeps the shutout intact and sends us to the halfway point of the ball game. Pima up 6-0 over the Yavapai Rough Riders on the Aztec Sports Network.
From kicks and blocks to head bumps and hitting the books, sophomore Gabby Amparano has proven to be an all-academic athlete at Pima Community College.
I just felt super accomplished.
Playing since she was just 4 years old, Gabby is now on the women's soccer team at Pima, all while maintaining a 4.0 GPA.
I'm not surprised, I will say. I knew she was a good student coming in.
I would come home from practices at night and just making sure all my assignments were done.
There are 74 all-academic athletes from 13 different teams. And that is a record for Pima Community College. Pima basketball shooting guard Cooper Jones has also joined the all-academic athlete ranks as the top male player with a high GPA.
All the hard work I put in off the court is paying off, so it's nice.
If you have any questions about academics or tutoring or getting help, ask Cooper.
If it wasn't for you, bro, I would not have passed my classes last year.
Locked you in, baby.
Gabby, Cooper, and their coaches have some advice for players to keep the trend going.
Knowing your priorities and that you're already on top of everything with your scheduling and time management.
We strive as a team to do the best we can in the classroom.
It takes focus and stamina.
My dad always told me to put school first, so I mean, it's always at the top of my mind.
It's a lefty-on-lefty matchup to start the bottom of the 5th inning. Justin Parks returns out there for Yavapai on the mound. He'll face off against the middle of the order for Pima as Lorta swings out the first pitch he sees and lines it into right field for a base hit. Well, why wait when you see the pitch you want? And Damian Lorta on base for the 3rd time today. 2 for 2 with a walk and an RBI along with 2 singles. This middle of the order, the 3, 4, 5 hitters, including the 2-hitter of McDonald, Glick, Lorta, and Hernandez, have done most of the damage for Pima. First pitch curveball to Hernandez is in there for strike 1. Chop back to the pitcher, Parks. He's got it. He'll have to just fire over to first as Lorta advances into scoring position with 1 out. Still a productive out number 1 for the Aztecs as Hernandez goes down on the ground out. And it brings up Mike Jones. Well, Lorta has touched home plate once already. He's looking to do so one more time as the wind starts to pick up. Blowing across Aztec Field, so down to our right from our broadcast location. It doesn't really affect hitters in a positive way. It prevents the ball from going out to left field. First pitch is fouled off from Jones. And we did cover the scrimmage between Pima and the University of Arizona earlier this year, and Mike Jones was one of the guys who homered in that series. And Lorta is able to advance not only from first to second, but over to second to third now, and he's 90 feet away to making it 7 for the Aztecs as that pitch got away from the catcher, Kipke. And they'll actually say a strike, late strike on the appeal to the check swing to Jones. So he's in the hole 0-2. Parks, check swing, no swing this time. That one was closer than the last one. Regardless, they got it right now. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Which is what we thought it would have been anyway. Parks deals again. Jones swings and misses. A strikeout for Parks. 2 outs on the board. Pima need a base hit to bring home Lorta from third. And hoping to do the honors, it's the second baseman, Asiel Guillen. Guillen 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a fly out to right. Leyva on deck. Should the inning continue. First pitch curveball's in there for a strike. G-Man, you believe basketball is the most difficult to officiate. Yeah, I could see that as well. It's so fast, as this one is a fast rocket out to deep left field. That drops down for a base hit. Extra bases for Guillen, who gets in with a stand-up double. And not only that, it's an RBI stand-up double for Asiel Guillen to make it 7-0 Pima here in the bottom of the fifth. James, hope you're doing well. Hope to see you out here taking some pictures for either baseball or basketball. It's always great to see you. One of the photographers, a part of the Pima athletic staff. Good to see you on the Aztec Sports Network. And going back to that basketball point of officiating, and whatever you're going to officiate in, you're not going to make everyone happy, as the check swing is a no swing. Make it 1 ball and no strikes to Leyva. It's a very fast-paced game is basketball. At least a baseball, you've got some time to breathe before you got to make a decision. But in basketball, it's a split-second one. We do have basketball on the Aztec Sports Network as Leyva swings and misses at this one. 1 ball and 1 strike. And another fun fact for you is that every college men's basketball team in Tucson is undefeated. Both the Pima Aztecs and the U of A Wildcats have not lost a game this year. As Leyva pushes this one out to right field, and Tobin finds it in his glove for out number 3. Not before the Aztecs add an insurance run. Make it 7-0 Pima as we go to the 6th on the Aztec Sports Network.
Hey, you are so silly.
Spark a love of learning and make a difference in young lives. Earn a degree in early childhood education at Pima Community College.
It's meeting them where they are, it's helping them grow up, it's getting them ready for the future. You know, you can become a teacher.
Imagine the joy of a child's giggle and pride in their first discovery.
I did.
Find your calling like Sammy did as he ignited his passion for learning in the next generation at Pima.
I think that children need to have strong male figures in their lives. To have a male teacher who will come in and give kids those experiences of that a man can be nurturing, that a man can be loving, that a man can play with them and be there for them and teach them and guide them.
Pima offers certificates and degrees in child development or early childhood education in person or online. Classes are small, fun, and interactive.
So we're learning numbers and number recognition.
And number recognition.
You can also gain real-world experience in early childhood programs within your community.
With the Pima students here, I'm very impressed. We get to know them as a person or as a teacher, and we love hiring those students.
5, 6, and 7 due up here for Yavapai in the top of the 6th inning. Dong Jae Ko swings at the first pitch he sees and fouls it off. It's another outing for Jose Grijalva, who seems locked in out there on the mound. The pitchers so far for Pima, both Hayden Green and Jose Grijalva, have kept a shutout, obviously, as it is 7-0 Pima, but they have found themselves in some tough spots. And they've done a great job maneuvering their way out of it. It's always nice to see in clutch situations pitchers able to find the strike zone, as the 0-2 is swung on and missed. Ko down on strikes after a pull of the string from Grijalva puts one out on the board. Parker Halverson and Terrell Reed also due up in the inning. Halverson hit by a pitch and has also walked, or he hit into a double play, I should say. It was a bizarre kind of a double play. He beat out the throw from second to first, and then there was an error, but the officials or the umpires elected to say that he interfered with the first baseman, Glick, so it ended up being a double play. 1 ball and 1 strike to him. with Reed on deck. Grijalva deals and hits him. The second hit by pitch of the day for Halverson. First one issued by Grijalva. And it's a one-out base runner for Yavapai. Check swing, strike anyway as Terrell Reed pulled back. Strike one. And since it is a new season, we'll talk about the mercy rule as well. I had to ask before today's game. It's 10 runs after 5 innings and 8 runs after 7 innings. As this one is flown out to Cedesset as he's running back. He had it in his glove. He drops it. Runners are racing across the bags. Halverson races around third. Heel touch home plate, and he scores. And Yavapai get on the board for the first time today. Make it 7-1 and an RBI triple from Terrell Reed. Would have been one heck of a play from Cedesset as should he be able to hang on to it. It just bounced off his glove and allowed Reed to race all the way around to third and Halverson to score. Sometimes all it takes is one. And we'll see if Yavapai can gain some confidence now. And a swing and a miss from Fernandez. He's behind 0-2. Okay, G-Man, baseball is the most fun sport to officiate. Interesting. I've never officiated any sport as a swing and a miss. What a way to bounce back for Grijalva. 3 pitches, all 3 are strikes, and 2 outs on the board. As Yavapai do get that run back that they gave up in the bottom of the 5th. But the worst part about being an official, I feel like it's all the criticism that you receive from both the coaches, players, and even the fans at some point during every game. This one ends up low, 1 ball and 1 strike to Tobin. The 1-1. Just missed. Grijalva has mostly gone with off-speed pitches. That one was a fastball and might have fooled Tobin. Regardless, he took it. And a good take. 2 balls, 1 strike. Hit on the ground to second. Guillen's got it. He'll fire just in time to first. It was a bang-bang play. The speedy Tobin got there closely. But the throw from Guillen beat him out, and that's how the top of the 6th ends. Pima 7, Yavapai 1. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th with Pima in front on the Aztec Sports Network.
Chuck Wagon here, and football's hard. But finding your next vehicle at Chapman Automotive is easy. We've got 7 brands across 9 locations and hundreds of vehicles to choose from. Chapman Automotive. Come visit us today or check us out online at ChapmanTucson.com. Want to chill right here for a second.
9-1-2 to bat for the Pima Aztecs, and they'll face off again against the southpaw Justin Parks, who's done a phenomenal job out of the pen for Yavapai, but his first pitch is low and away to Ramon Martinez. He's due up with Leon Ceresides and Matt McDonald. Next one from Parks is low, 2 balls and no strikes. And nobody warming up for Yavapai in their bullpen. The utmost confidence that a lefty can get the job done at least one more frame. There's some warming in the bullpen for Pima. Maybe we'll get a new pitcher for the Aztecs at the turn of the new inning. First strike of the AB against Martinez. And the 2-1. Martinez takes ball 3. It was a curveball that just didn't drop in time. It's close, but no cigar. The 3-1 from Parks is swung on and fouled off. Full count. Martinez, last season and now rolling over into this season, a mainstay over at shortstop because of his defense. Can man that tough position well. As the payoff pitch is outside, Martinez gets on base to allow the top of the order to try to drive him home as Ceresides steps into the batter's box with a runner on and nobody out.
Center fielder number 2, Leon Ceresides.
Ceresides is then beamed on the first pitch he sees. So it's 2 on and nobody out. There's been quite a few hit by pitches this afternoon.
Catcher number 15, McDonald.
McDonald, who already has a pair of RBIs to his name, and get a couple more if he finds a gap somewhere. Instead, he hits it high into the sky. It's going to fly into the glove of Terrell Reed, the shortstop, for out number 1.
First baseman number 31, Jackson Glenn.
Glick then hits that one the opposite way. Martinez being waved around third. He will get in easily as the 8th runner to do so, and Jackson Glick with an RBI single moves it along, and Pima back up by 7, 8-1. Now they get that run back after giving it up in the top of the 6th inning. And Damian Lorta, who does also have an RBI, steps back in for another chance. Glick with his 2nd RBI of the game. His first one came off a sacrifice fly. He stands over at first. Ceresides over at second as Lorta takes ball 1. One 1-0 will have to wait as Ceresides is back on the dive. This is the most amount of trouble Parks has found himself in today after coming in relief of the starter rule. He really cooled off the offense for Pima, who scored 6 runs in the opening 2 frames. Well, there's the 1-0, and it converts into 2-0, the count. Yavapai have got a double play already today. They're looking for another to get out of this inning and keep it at just a 7-run deficit. If Pima does get to 8, we'll talk about it. As the 2-0. Lorta rips that one into left field. That gets through. Cedesides being waved around third. It's going to be a bang-bang play at home. Instead, it's cut off, and Cedesides touches home plate easily. And Pima up by 8 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Some good hitting in the middle of the lineup with Glick, Lorta, and Hernandez, the 3-4-5 hitters that have done most of the damage this season. Different names, same places. And Pima up 9-1. Lorta today, 3 for 3 with 3 singles and a walk, as he is now replaced by Weston Thompson at first base, who will run instead of Lorta. First pitch swinging, just missed the third base bag. That would have resulted in at least 1 run scoring, maybe even 2 more. So as things stand, a Yavapai will need to score 1 run in the top of the 7th to avoid the ball game ending after the top of the 7th, with the mercy rule being 8 runs after 7. As this one is ripped over to second. A bit of a fumble, but still a play at first, as Juan Hernandez is retired, but a productive out number 2 moves the runners a little bit closer for the Aztecs to add an insurance run for the mercy rule in the 7th. As Mike Jones steps in 0 for 3 today, he can change his luck around with a base hit to drive home 2. And a first pitch strike off the hand of Parks. The 0-1. Taken, strike 2. A nice pitch from Parks. Jones was expecting the fastball. Saw the curveball, froze him a little bit on the inside part of the plate. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Parks does allow a run, but he minimizes the damage that could have been done as he gets a strikeout, and Pima lead by 8, 9-1. We'll head to the top of the 7th on the Aztec Sports Network.
Min Automotive is more than just a place to buy a car. Our commitment goes beyond the showroom floor. We're dedicated to giving back to the community that has embraced us. From supporting local schools to participating in neighborhood cleanups, we're invested in making Tucson better for everyone. Because without the community around us, without you, we wouldn't be here. Thank you for supporting us all these years. Chapman Automotive.
Dalton Irwin to lead things off for Yavapai. 1, 2, 3 the order for the Rough Riders. But we do have a new pitcher to tell you about. Diego Garcia out there on the mound for the Aztecs. His first pitch is low, ball 1. Garcia, native of Tucson, Arizona. Going to his local community college, deals another pitch that is low, 2 balls and no strikes. This one ripped on the ground to short. Martinez scoops it up and fires on the run in time for out number 1. And Garcia has been used a couple of times out of the bullpen already this year for Pima. Has proved to be a formidable force. But a fantastic job in relief. Jose Grijalva did allow that 1 earned run. It's been a pitching masterclass, really, from Pima. They've done a good job on not allowing runs to come across. The first run of the game for Yavapai came just in the top of the 6th. This one is ripped down the first base line. The diving Glick couldn't get to it. Arujo Waiau rounds around second as well. He's looking for 3, and he'll get in easily to third base on the slide with a 1-out triple. And the Yavapai do need a run in order to extend this game a little bit further. Carter Brown can drive home that run in a number of ways. First pitch to Brown is outside, ball 1. On deck, Derek Kipke, the catcher and the cleanup batter. First pitch was outside. The second one is ripped towards second. That gets past, and Guillen dove for it, but it's an RBI single for Carter Brown.
Catcher number 29, Derek Kipke.
That will give us a bottom of the 7th at the very least as Derek Kipke steps in with a runner at first. Garcia deals. Strike 1. Pima looking for the double play ball to get out of the inning. Yavapai looking for anything but. Now the 0-1 converts into one and 1. The appeal, the umpire originally said strike, and then he said no. It's a ball, 1 strike, 1 out with a runner at first. Fouled off. Swing and a miss. The runner goes. The throw is in time. That's how you double up the Rough Riders. A strike 'em out, throw 'em out, and Pima out of the inning. It's stretch time from Aztec Field. Yavapai do score. Pima need 1 to walk it off in the bottom of the 7th, would lead 9-2 on the Aztec Sports Network.
Chuck wagon here, and football's hard. But finding your next vehicle at Chapman Automotive is easy. We've got 7 brands across 9 locations and hundreds of vehicles to choose from. Chapman Automotive. Come visit us today or check us out online at chapmantucson.com. Want to chill right here for a second.
Bottom of the order coming up for the Aztecs. And leading things off is Asiel Guillen. Now the second baseman for the Pima Aztecs as number 21 Pima look to end things here in the bottom of the 7th. All they need is a run. The Yavapai need to keep the 0 on the board to send us to the 8th. As the Guillen's first swing is a miss for strike 1. Parks back out there as this one is blooped out to center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Guillen back up the middle for a base knock. And a leadoff single has Pima cooking early in the bottom of the 7th.
Third baseman, number 25,
There is some warming in the pen for Yavapai should this continue. There's actually a couple of arms over there. Just getting loosened up, not really firing too strong just yet, as Parks' delivery to Leyva bounces across the plate, and Guillen advances to second. Swing and a miss from Leyva this time. Evens the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 inside almost hit Leyva. He just managed to get out of the way of it. And Martinez waits on deck before the lineup is due to flip over. Parks winds and deals again. A blooper from Leyva that ends up innocently foul. But it is strike 2. 2-2. Parks then fires one all the way to the backstop, and Guillen can advance a little bit closer. He stands at third. Full count, runners in, trying to avoid that winning run from touching home plate. Parks deals outside. That one's going to go all the way to the backstop, and Guillen touches home plate. And that should do it I guess not. We'll continue playing. So Pima is up by 8 here in the bottom of the 7th, but we'll continue playing some baseball. I don't mind. It's totally fine. Runner at first base. Pima up by 8. And Martinez at the dish now after the walk issued to Leyva. And we'll have a mound visit so we can step aside and figure out why exactly it's going on. Totally fine. We'll be right back on the Aztec Sports Network.
Now we're going to switch it over here to tower. Holding short 2-3, ready for departure. Okay, ready for takeoff.
She's the world's first armless pilot, and now Pima Community College graduate Jessica Cox aims to make her unusual feat an everyday practice for others like her. No pun intended.
I have had a drive since the day I was born. I've always been the type that if someone says you can't, well, I will say, watch me, I can.
Level out.
This is wonderful.
Jessica, who can only fly an air coupe from the 1940s with her feet up high, has a new rig called the Impossible Airplane. And she's looking to Pima's aviation technology program.
Where are you in this whole thing? Like, what's your vision?
To help it come to life.
You can kind of see some of the mechanisms down here and what we can.
Pima aviation instructor Adrian Snellgrove goes over the plans for this simulated aircraft with Jessica. He'll pull in Pima students to help design something to change the lives of disabled people who could only dream about flying a plane.
We've been having some of the students come and utilize the sheet metal skills that they've been learning in their AVM 105 class to be able to utilize that on an actual structured aircraft.
I think that at minimum, this is going to launch an inclusive design mindset.
What's so fascinating about this prototype is that they're working on accommodating people who don't have any arms. And for Jessica, she prefers to fly with her bare feet.
I've been able to succeed using my feet where hands would go, but not in a very comfortable way. So I have limitations on how long I can fly with my feet up high where hands and arms would go. For one, I could get a Charlie horse, my foot can fall asleep.
With the newly modified plane, Jessica hopes to inspire youngsters to, well, you know, follow in her footsteps.
So we can take children with disabilities in the back seat with their parents. And I could be flying the plane also with the option of a safety pilot to show that it is possible to fly a plane with a disability.
For now, Jessica will showcase her new plane as Grand Marshal at the Rodeo Parade in Tucson on February 23rd. She also has a nonprofit organization to help people with disabilities live their dreams, including flying a plane.
I've been so blessed, and just to show the world that if you give someone an opportunity, you support them, they can do wonderful things, all abilities. Oh, there you go!
This is Sherry Gyro reporting.
Ramon Martinez steps into the batter's box with a runner at first. That's Max Leyva after the walk was the last thing that Justin Parks was able to do before being replaced by Carson Sanchez, who's out there on the mound as he checks on Leyva. So his first pitch out of the bullpen is in there for a strike. A nice pitch, some good movement on it to clip the outside part of the zone. Back pick almost ends up over the head of Carter Brown. What's next for Pima baseball? Well, they play again tomorrow in a doubleheader against Yavapai. Things start at 11 a.m. local time before another home game on Tuesday against Cochise, and it's really a front-loaded home schedule for the Pima Aztecs as a pitch clock violation is issued. With Cochise College on Tuesday, and then ACC play starts on Saturday, February 7th against Mesa Community College and Paradise Valley Community College on Tuesday, February 10th. All those games are home games for the Aztecs. The 3-1 ends up low. Martinez takes another base on balls. And with nobody out, there's 2 runners on for Pima.
Back to the top of the order for the Aztecs. Center fielder number 2, Leon Cedes.
Back to the top of the order, Cedes, the lefty in the batter's box. Pima as a whole, as you can see on the scoreline, they've had a pretty productive day at the plate as this one is fouled just over the netting, out of play. Sanchez deals a swing and a miss from Cedes, who's behind in the count now 0-2. Two on, nobody out. And the top of the order for Pima looking to do some more damage, as this one is way too high from Sanchez. Sanchez, a sophomore from Las Vegas, Nevada. Checks the runners and deals all the way past the catcher and to the backstop. It goes. More free bags for the Pima Aztecs. The opening run of this inning was a leadoff walk followed by 3 pitches that hit the backstop, which gave Pima a free run and got the Aztecs to double digits. This one barreled up out to a right field. It should hang up enough for Tobin to make the grab, and he does, but both runners will advance, which means Max Leyva touches home plate, and the throw goes over the head of the third baseman. Martinez slides. He's in, not in time. Tried to get a step on the throw home. Regardless, Pima do get another run. Could have had 2, but Martinez just got caught out. And it extends the lead for the Aztecs up to 9.
Catcher number 15, McDonald.
Base is empty with 1 out. McDonald and Glick, the 2 that will for sure get an at-bat this inning, as McDonald takes outside for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Make it 2-1. Hit up the middle, on the ground to short, collected and fired low and off the bag. Now Brown couldn't keep his foot on the bag. It came off because of the throw from Reed. And that allows McDonald to take his place at first base. It's almost February, which means it's almost spring training time for Major League Baseball, and they'll be coming down to State 48 to have their spring training as that one is ripped towards the gap and right. That drops down. Glick will allow McDonald to race all the way around from first and score, and Glick stands at second with an RBI double. And now the ball game has ended, so they'll make it a 10-run mercy rule here in the bottom of the 7th. Regardless, Pima do win it. Not how we thought it was going to end, but Pima win it 12-2. So just as a reminder, tomorrow a doubleheader between the two sides of Yavapai and Pima, with the first one at 11 a.m. We'd love to have you come out in person. We're not sure if there will be a live stream tomorrow or not. We're still working on the logistics of that one. But if you are looking for another broadcast, we'll be live again for sure on Tuesday for softball as they start their ACC-AC play against Mesa Community College. Before signing off, I want to say thank you to first you, the listener, or the viewer, whether you tune into the entire game or just at the end. We appreciate having you on the Aztec Sports Network. Without you, there'd be no broadcast. I'd also like to thank the Sports Information Director, Raymond Suarez, for providing me with stats, rosters, and everything in between that I can provide that to you on the Aztec Sports Network. So once again, your final score, Pima 12, a Yavapai 2 after 7 innings. I'm Ryan Zirk saying so long and see you next time